Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm your mate Narlin, and today I'm doing this one. I'm actually doing this one a little bit for our boy Frankie. This is a Skull and Bones video. This is a game that came out about February last year, and I invested a good couple of months into this game at the time. It is actually a really good game. So what I wanted to do was a little bit of a walkthrough on some of the gameplay, and I thought I'd start off here in one of the main townships. So we are actually, if we have a look at the map, in St. Anne. So this is the main town. Now, there are some cool things about this game, and there are some limitations about this game, but what I'll do is I'm just going to do a brief, show you a few brief things here in the main town before we go on the ship itself. So as you can see, we've got different merchants like carpenters who can build things for your ship. So upgrades. We've got a shipwright there who can build various ships. Now we'll quickly go have a talk to the shipwright.
Skerlock's ship of lies is sinking fast. Best save yourself, Captain.
Alright, thanks for that. So as you can see, there's various types of ships that I have actually already built. So these are all ships that I've already built previously. And there are some new ships here that I haven't actually found the blueprints for yet, as they are part of some seasonal rewards. So this game has a bit of DLC. It has seasonal stuff as well, which I'll get into shortly. As you can see, there's a refinery, so you can refine different items. And we have over here our blacksmith, which is really important. And different other merchants that are stretched around. There is also a smuggler's network, which I won't go into too much detail in this, but effectively that's another avenue for revenue. So commodity traders here. We've got a bounty board if we want to do a bounty hunt. In fact, I might actually pick up one of these bounty hunts. We won't grab anything too dramatic. Captain Roach, we'll do this one. Alright, so we've got a little mission to do. So, as you can see, there's quite a bit going on in the main township here. There is a warehouse where you can store stuff. There's a mailbag here, mailbox, a bit like Frankie's mailbag. There is a, a vanity place. So that's where you can get cool uniforms like the one I'm wearing here. So, just to explain where I'm at in the game is I've basically, I have basically gotten to a platinum on this. So I've done everything I can in the base game, I suppose. So what sort of comes after that is all the additional content. So you can see various things happening on the map here. This is actually where you start, is St. Anne, when you start the game, and you sort of primarily focus around this area here until you expand over to here and over to the East Indies over this way. So there are two main cities, I suppose, so St. Anne over here and this place over here, Talok Pinjara, and there are various other towns that you can drop off at. Now, one of the game limitations is the fact that the only times you actually walk around as a person is pretty much on these little towns. So as we can see here, we've got different things that we can do. We can manage our cargo if we need to move some cargo across to our warehouse before we cast off. We can manage the ship itself. So we can change our furniture, which gives you different abilities, and you can change your weapons as well as your ship's cosmetics. So you can see there's so many different options here as how you can set up your ship. All right. So that being said, we're just going to set sail, and I'm going to show you a bit of the sailing mechanics that we've got here. Now everything's customizable. If you have a look down here, we can actually use this view here, which is almost like a third-person view. But you can see your crew members there, all standing by the guns and ready to trim the sails. And then up here, you've got your crow's nest, which is another way for you to see what's going on out here. So, and then we go back to our normal ship view. So, basically, to get underway, we'll get our sails going. So this ship here is a brigantine. It's probably the fastest ship in the game, which is why I like it, and it's a very good looking ship. You can see there, she's quite a good looking ship. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and hunt down this Captain Roach. So where do we find Captain Roach? Is over here somewhere. Well, we might not track him down at all because he's about to leave in a minute and 20 seconds, but we'll make our way over there. But really it's to show you the gameplay here, and as you can see, the wind and water mechanics are actually probably some of the highlights of this game. See how the boat actually reacts to the water. And as weather conditions change as well. So you can see over here we've got a fairly clear night, but over here we've got a storm brewing. So as you go into those storms, it gets very, very cool. So actually we're gonna head into that storm. May have got a bit too close to the rocks there. Right, so we're gonna head straight into that storm here. You can see I'm doing about 18 knots, which is exceptionally fast for a ship like this. Now the sails are pretty heavily trimmed. And you can see our boys trimming the sails there, holding on for dear life. Now you can only keep this up for a short period of time before you go back to full sails. So this is your normal full sail speed, and if you have a look in the bottom right corner there, there's a little bar there, and I can set the sails to half sails to slow us down, and then I can pull up the sails completely, and then we'll basically sit still. Alright, so we're going to go right up to full power. I'm going to head straight into the storm, and you can kind of see how the waves pick up and how the weather changes. It's a pretty cool thing going into a storm in this game, I have to say. You do get rogue waves as well, which will sink you. You can also see, in fact, what we'll do is I'll show you what it's like in combat. So you can see I can aim my cannons here. You've got various different types of weapons you can use, but we're just going to basically take out that ship in one go, collect some loot, and we're going to move on. And there's different factions as well in this game, so you can imagine the Dutch, the English, there's different pirating factions, different tribal factions, and different missions that come with that. But now let's have a look at the storm. How good is this? We are actually heading towards our objective. You can see in the top there, it's about 2.5 kilometers away. But see how the storm dynamics, oh, there's a rogue wave right in front of us. So we want to kind of avoid this wave because it will tear us apart. So these will come up every now and then. As you can see, the storm dynamics are pretty cool. Now we've got a bit of a tailwind, which is making it fairly easy for us to travel. But the wind, depending on what angle it's coming, it will push you to the port or starboard side, depending where you're facing. As you can see, there's our objective up there with the yellow band. So certainly the actual in-game mechanics, or the ship mechanics, are very, very cool. And this is one thing that I've really enjoyed about the game. Now we'll have a look at the front now. As you can see, I've got a ballista gun here on the front. And on the back, if I turn around to the back, I've got, it's kind of like a mortar bomb on the back. And I also have a mortar on the front, which I can fire here, as you can see. Right, so now we need to look out for this bounty, which is up here somewhere. As you can see, there's a lot of ships around in this game as well, so you can engage in combat pretty much constantly if you want to. You can see the storm is pretty intense, it's pretty cool. Right, well I don't see, there's a player over there, so that's an actual player, in-game player. With these servers, there's about 16 to 20 people. I don't know exactly how many people you can have in a server, but you can do a lot of PvE stuff, and there is also PvP stuff in this game as well. So over here, see these guys that have gone red over here, obviously I'm an enemy of them, so they're going to engage me, so we're going to attack these guys. Combat is relatively easy to master in this game. You can die a lot. It is a couple of days ago I went through a round of trying to take out an enemy, and it took me about 3 or 4 turns, three or four deaths to take out that enemy. It was a boss, so it was a little bit harder. And these are always good for looting these ships. Each gun takes a while to recharge, depending on what it is. You can also do these crew attacks here.
Come on, keep going!
And you can board the ships as well for extra loot. Which is not actually easy sometimes, especially in this weather. Basically trying to throw out lines to bring the ship in. Oh, it'd be nice if I could get these lines on. Making an absolute mess of this, so we'll try and get these lines on. He's just too close to me, I think. better to be side on for these. Oh. I was going to board him, but for some reason I can't get those lines going. So now, as you can see up the top there, Captain Gavin Roach has appeared. So we're going to go and attack him, wherever he is. There he is behind us. So let's have a little fight. Now these boss fights can be a little bit harder than your normal fights. This one's not too bad though. He's got a level 8 ship, I've got a level 12 ship, so should be a pretty easy win. So boss fights you normally get better better loot effectively. See, I'm using my mortar shell there. You can see my mortar's going to fall down, do some damage. Certainly not easy in the storm. He's a bit of a tough cookie, but we'll get him. Once you do enough damage, you can do these crew attacks like the fire the muskets, which that'll do a bit of damage to him. There's another player over here, so fire off some fireworks there to say hello to him, and he's going to help out with this battle. As you can see, it's pretty hectic. Visibility's pretty poor. Of course, fighting in a storm doesn't help. Almost got him. Alright, there we go. Oh, now we've got another boss over here. So I don't know how we got involved in this, but obviously we'll see what happens here. Right, so we're just getting out of the danger zone effectively. Alright, so that's a little bit of an idea of what the gameplay is like. Now we're on a little atoll here and there's a little township here somewhere. So we can actually, as you can see, we're kind of out of the storm now. And you can also harvest things off the side of the, you can loot these wrecked ships. There's all sorts of things you can do. Alright, and here we are back on land, so that gives you a bit of an idea of the gameplay. As you can see, look at that look at that person's ship. So they've got a battle junk, that's one of the new upgraded ships. And here you can do all sorts of things as well. You've got your cache. You can go to different merchants here as well. There is so much more to this game, guys, but really I just wanted to show you a little bit of basic gameplay. I wanted to show Frankie what the game's like. It's a bit of fun. There are lots of limitations with this game. One of them is that I can't actually talk to this person. You have to do it through a chat system. Which is not very user friendly. It would be easier if we could just talk to people, but it is a lot of fun and I would recommend giving it a go. Alright guys, that's all for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page, like this video. I'm happy to do more videos about this game if you'd find it interesting. There is so much more to this game than what I've just showed you here, so just let us know in the comments and we'll see you on the next one.